Hi everyone, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start painting a new subject, the deers. Let's get started. I'm using my small brush to paint. This time I'm going to start with the eyes and the nose. So make sure you don't have too much water in the brush belly and make the brush pointy to paint the tiny subjects. For the gradient shades, tilt your brush and test it on a piece of paper if you're not too sure about the shades before you paint on the actual paper. But of course, you have to make sure that you still have the same shades or similar shades that you want before you paint. I'm tilting my brush to create different types of strokes. Some are just outline and some are gradient shades. When I need a broader strokes, shades like the body of the deer, then I tilt my brush a bit more to create a broader gradient. And then I'm finishing off the body area using the same brush, which contains the same shades. But for the leg, I arrange my brush to get some fresh ink. And this time I keep my brush a bit drier because I want a deeper shadow on the leg area. And I also want the feet to be a bit strong, so I use dry brush. And I'm finishing the forelegs. Now this is the scary part. I'm adding a stroke to make the shades on the back a bit bigger. I'm doing it carefully and hope that it blends well with the first stroke. It looks like it worked. Timing is very important in freehand Chinese painting, particularly when you wanted to blend color. You have to do it while the first layer is not completely dried. If you paint it too late, then it would be just like using a fine liners to do a sketch of the outline first and add color later, which is also another type of techniques that you can use. I'm painting a second deer interacting with this first one. This is a male. I'm painting the horns using the upright stroke to create a round and sturdy look. Now I'm adding some black spots on the body. The reason why I'm doing it is because I want it to have a bit more texture. I know that the spot's meant to be in white, but then I am going to add some white color later. I'm adding the white spots. The white color is the poster color that I've introduced before. Now I'm showing you a close-up look. As you see, this is the kind of color and patterns that I like. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. I'll see you next time.